Hi, I'm Christy Ray, and you're watching The 13th Wolfman.
Hey everybody, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know how I have with me today? I have some of the crew from CarousHELL. Got Scott Lewis, Steve Rudzinski, Tony
Cody.
Rook. I know Tony Rook,
Cody.
and Ali Isley.
It works. It works.
Boom.
Good. Hi, guys.
Welcome to sit down. I just got done watching this movie today. It's a very strange and different kind of. I was expecting, really, I thought it was going to be more straightforward horror.
Oh yeah, why'd you think that?
The description on your page.
Have you seen any of Steve's other movies?
I saw one other. Oh man, now you're gonna make me think. I saw one other one of his.
That you hated. That's why I can't remember it.
Everyone must die.
Captain Z?
Everyone Must Die. Yeah.
Everyone Must
There
Die.
you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, that was probably my first. That was my first feature film for sure.
Steve doesn't do anything straightforward.
It's good to know.
Nothing
So-
straight.
Yeah. So where does this bizarre idea of a carousel horse coming to life and doing what it does come from? I mean, who came up with this idea?
Well, firstly, unicorn. He's a unicorn.
Is
As
he
he said in the movie, of course. I'm quoting.
Is a unicorn?
I have several years' experience working in amusement parks, and I worked in kids' rides for a while, and watching the kids beat the crap out of the rides every day kind of made me think, what happens if the rides decided to fight back and beat the crap out of the kids? And carousels have always been a favorite imagery of mine. I like checking out the different carvings by the different artists, and I think that was just the most stunning image that I could think of when choosing a ride that was going to attack kids. The unicorn itself, it's magical, so it makes it a little more farcical. And we wanted to go in the line of an object killer movie because there's such great ones out there that is something new for us, new grounds, and very happy to present it to everybody, I guess.
I think it was simpler than that.
Go ahead.
From what I understood, you were in the shower.
I was in the shower, and then I went carousel.
And you said, Steve, what if we do blank, a movie about a killer carousel unicorn? And then Steve was like, yes, I'm going to write it. And then you guys started writing it. So, yeah.
It did come to me in the shower, that is correct. CarousHELL was my title, and that's the only reason Steve actually even tried to write the film, because most of my ideas
Are terrible.
he hates. But because the title was so good, he was like, yeah, let's do that. It's also inspired by Mary Poppins and the carousel horse scene when they're racing around on carousel horses as well.
Okay. Yeah. So you and I are kind of have something in common. I worked traveling carnivals for like 2 years.
That's awesome.
You were a carny.
He was a carny.
I was
Did
a carny.
you bark at all?
Yes, I barked. I also used to set up our carousel.
So this movie
really cool.
spoke to you specifically.
Oh yeah.
The whole opening sequence.
No, yeah. So I just think it's kind of cool. So Scott, what was the hardest thing for you to do on this?
Show up.
Oh,
No. Nothing was hard. I mean, I plan everything out and I just shoot the script. The actors, everybody, the crew, Cody and his effects, everything was on point. So it was just like point the camera, frame it up, make it look pretty, and go. So there was nothing really hard. I mean, I think we had a couple of long nights, but not a lot. So,
No, the schedule was super fucking smooth.
I think the sex scene was the longest night, to be honest.
Oh god, yeah.
I wonder why.
We blocked the whole day for that. I'm not going to say that was the hardest day I had because it was actually probably the most fun I had that day. It was a long day, but Haley, and she can talk to that later, she was just so good that it was like, all right, I need you to do this, need you to. She was just game for everything, so it was easy.
Yeah, just curious. I mean, there's those times you hear the stories about the movies that are being made, and there's like always like one part that a lot of people have problems with or something. So I was just seeing if you had anything, man. That's all.
Yeah. Well, Steve, what did I have problems with? I don't have problems with.
I may have problems with a couple people.
Staying in frame.
Or,
yeah, but
stuff like that. But in terms of this was a super smooth shoot. Like, I mean, I was mega stressed out because I'm the director, and also Scott and Aline forced me to act in the thing because they're pieces of dog shit. But even with all that stress, it was such a super smooth shoot. Like, everything went really well. There wasn't any major problems that we ran into at any point. I mean, do you agree, Cody?
I've got it.
Well, there was something with a screen door, I believe.
Oh, no, I've got better. I haven't revealed the story yet, so I'll do it for you guys.
Oh, okay.
The story for you, Scott.
What?
Your most horrible thing that happened.
What?
We were tearing down some curtains that we had temporarily taped up over the window to block light, and the tape ripped off some paint off of the owners of the house's wall. So Scott, who is colorblind, did not wait for me to come there to set to like help fix it, and he painted the wall. And it was the entirely wrong color from another room in the house. So without telling anybody, we had to go and find, luckily they had all their paints like labeled in the house in the basement, and we had to go repaint the wall. And I've never told them yet, so if they actually watch this, I'm sorry, guys.
And there was also the white paint spilling over on the hardwood.
Yeah.
It was spilled like half a gallon
I forgot
of paint,
about
too.
that.
Well, we got to put this in.
They weren't anything major. Like we fixed everything was fixed. Everything was fixed, but they weren't even. They couldn't even be considered major problems.
But
oh God, no! Especially compared to previous films I've worked on.
They were speed bumps.
But you have to put this into context. We were in a person's house.
Yeah.
They left and they were like, "Don't mess anything up." So everything was so great. Like Cody, any of the blood effects, Cody would go up and we taped everything off. We had plastic down. There was not a drop of blood in this person's. These people's house, but the coffee effect.
The coffee was everywhere.
The coffee was everywhere, and I'm sure they're still finding coffee somewhere. And then we spilled paint on their front vestibule, and then trying to get it up, we basically worked we worked a hole into the wood. So we tried to clean it, but. Yeah.
I mean, we re-lacquered it, but the problem was that like the finish that was already on the wood there was so old that it was dirty. So when I refinished it, it was clean. So it still looked like there was a hole, just because all the other finish was so dirty from years of use.
Yeah.
I ran Duke's horn right through a screen door because I didn't see it was shut. So we had to patch the screen.
So these are all very minimal things.
But they made for funny stories, I think.
Exactly.
Especially since not one drop of blood got anywhere in the house.
Anywhere.
But the coffee, like Scott mentioned, that they might still be able to find a couple drops. And that was something really funny because I was so insanely tedious about mapping out the plastic whenever we had to do effects on their very nice house, on their very nice carpet. I was so meticulous about it. And I remember one scene when we did the throat. Everybody had to stop what they were doing because there was blood everywhere, and everybody had to slowly migrate back so I can wrap everything up and take everything outside. And Steve, there was some blood on the paper towel, and you just kind of threw it out, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
Stop!
White carpets and blood.
Yeah.
And this was a rich people's house.
It was a very nice house. Yeah.
Go ahead, Wolfie.
Very, very nice.
Cody, do you make your own blood or?
I do. Yes. Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. That's the nice thing. It's more water soluble,
Yes, it is. Yeah. Corn syrup, just old school Old
Yep.
school blood. Yep.
Acid.
Acid.
Corn syrup, warm water, and chocolate syrup to thicken it up, man.
No chocolate syrup in mine. No.
Oh, I've done it to thicken it up to make it look a little, so it's not so watery looking.
We just use blood.
Yeah, we just use pig blood.
There you go.
You weren't supposed to say that.
Shit.
Now everybody knows.
It's like real life Carrie.
Okay, well that's kind of cool. I love these stories. I love these behind the scenes type of stuff. I think my favorite kill was the clown, the rodeo
First
clown.
kill.
Fresh.
Okay.
Yeah. It just looked like so much fun with the neck and everything,
My favorite part about that kill was that we got this park, and Scott got it for us. We got this, it's like this adventure park. Like, it's not an amusement park. It's like a go-kart thing with mini golf, and then, there's an arcade party area, and then they have, 5 rides. But it was perfect because it was Western themed, which matched everything that was already in the script. And so Scott sweet-talked this dude, and the dude was a little iffy because he's had other major feature films shoot there before, and they took over the whole park. So Scott had described, no, we're going to be 10 people tops. We aren't shutting down your park. We just need this part of the park, which you're not using anyway because it was an off-season.
Oh, okay.
And finally, he said, you know what? Fine, deal, I'll do it. Just don't kill anyone in the park.
No blood.
Don't get any blood anywhere. That's what he wanted.
And we were like, okay.
But coffee's okay.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
manager was that day. So
Manager was the
we were
owner
like,
wasn't
sure.
there.
Yeah.
So
We showed up at the park that day, and the guy who gave us the park, the guy who owns the park, never showed up. So the girl who was a manager there was like, "You guys can do whatever you want."
Yep.
And we said, "You're on record right now saying that's cool." And she's like, "Whatever." So that's when we did the gag. We were going to do the gag somewhere else. Remember, we were going to kill.
We were gonna film in front of my old apartment because there was a sort of garage wall somewhere that we could have used, and just made it seem like it was another part of the park.
So we found this. There was where the go-karts go around. There was the garage part where they fix all the go-karts. We went in the back, and me and Cody sat there and we killed Andy and just kept, we're like, no, spit blood. They said it's cool, so just keep spraying blood. I don't care.
Spray it everywhere.
Andy was a sweetheart. He's a trooper.
That's the second one of my films that I killed Andy in the first 10 minutes of the film.
That was my second time killing Andy as an effects guy.
We'll have to bring it back for the next one.
Yeah.
Kill him again.
Kill him again. Kill him even sooner in the film. Every single movie he dies faster.
Yeah.
30 seconds. Credits aren't even over, and Andy's.
See, I was gonna say, give him another 5 minutes, make him think he's gonna last much longer in the film, and then, then kill him off.
That also works.
So we have the trailer. Does anybody want to introduce it?
Hey, this is CarousHELL, the trailer.
Enjoy.
Boy, you're that little brat that pushed me too far. All of that kicking, those sticky hands, that snot, that complete lack of respect. You're going to feel what every spoiled brat should feel. The pain you feel is going to be wonderful. Well, for me at least. It's going to suck for you.
Hey, are you a talking carousel horse?
I'm Duke, the prettiest goddamn unicorn in the world.
Well, that was the trailer for for CarousHELL. I know that we got to start setting up for the live show. So if people are looking for you, where can they find you? Let's start with Scott.
Where can I find me specifically?
Yeah, do you have a Facebook? Do you have a Twitter? Do you have
I have Facebook. Look me up on Facebook. Look me up on Instagram. I don't know what they are. Just look for Scott Lewis. You'll know when you see it.
Jeff Scott.
Why would anybody want to look me up? But okay, whatever.
You're famous.
I'm not famous.
Dude, you worked on the world famous. I'm not going to go with that joke.
Nope, don't do that. Don't do that.
Miss Isley.
Where can they find you?
I was going to let the host say that, Elaine.
He asked you first, Elaine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have an Instagram at Aleen Isley, Aleen Isley, like Pamela Isley's last name. And I also have a Facebook page under the same name. I believe it's a / so you can look me up.
Okay. Cody?
And I have a Facebook page, just Cody Rook. I have an artist page as well, but the things that I post on both my Facebook pages are basically just my work. So you'll be able to hold me through there.
Okay, and Steve?
All right, if you want to check out my films, check out www.silverspotlightfilms.com or facebook.com/silverspotlightfilms. If you just want to get knee-deep right into CarousHELL itself, just go to caroushell.com. It links to specifically the CarousHELL page on the Silver Spotlight website. You can find the links to buy the film, buy any of the films, DVD, Blu-ray, limited editions. I'm going to post the limited edition VHS big box set on the website probably tomorrow, real time. I don't know when this episode goes up. And if you ever want to just look at me wearing spandex to check out my ass, I say ass because it's an acronym for Amazing Spider Steve, go to facebook.com/The Amazing Spider Steve, and you can look at that ass as much as you want. Ass.
Yeah.
I've seen the picture of you, like, just from, like, the neck. You just see, like, you got, like, some kind of spider suit on.
Yeah.
That's the one.
That's the one.
All right. Well, I want to thank all you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us very
Thanks
much.
for inviting us.
Thank you very much.
It's a blast. I love doing the interview thing. So I love talking to people all just about movies.
We like talking about movies.
Yeah. So for Steve, Cody, Aleen, and Scott, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl.